The car behind it.
Mercedes move to the top of the table.
Here are everybody, welcome to qualifying for the Phoenix Division 1 Japanese Grand Prix. I'm really excited for tonight's race. Some really fast guys here. Jonathan, the Truck Brothers, Chartman, Call Me Pablo, Lee Craig, Tom D, Hayes Clay, Groenfeld, Jonesy, Madman Oliver making his debut in Division 1, Snocken, Hawes, Tommy Chucky. God, everybody's got pace tonight. This is going to be a classic, I can see it. And we get a few options up for people to see. There we go. So first guy out of chat's going to be Tom. Decided to go with the mediums at first. Back drive off. back. So we've currently got 6 drivers out on track, back on outlaps. Tom D will be the first to cross the start finish line. Tom's decided to go out on the mediums. It'll be interesting to see what the difference is between the mediums and the softs. Oh, straight away into turn 1, mediums are not good. Tom's had to back out straight away. Didn't even get through turn 1. Might be a case of coming now and give up on the mediums. No, that's not going to be grippy enough for tonight's session. Anybody else out yet? Hawes is currently on a fast lap. But well, the Hawes has gone with the softs. Now I hate Japan. Anybody who likes Japan, it's such a technical track. We head under the bridge, under the track that you'll be going over soon, into the hairpin. I reckon for these first few laps, the lads will just be getting in banker laps. So we're not going to see the real pace until right at the very end of the session. And if somebody can cross the line so we can get a base time, it's going to be Hawes. No, Tom D's done a 1:40.19, which we know we backed out of anyway. This will be our first example. 1:29.3 for Hawes. That's a pretty good start lap. How's Lee Craig getting on? Lee's in sector 1 at the moment. He's just coming into the end of sector 1. We can get a judge to where he is. 1:33. No, 33.2. Also got Chuckle Brothers. He's approaching the end of his fast lap. So it's not telling me what tyres he's set a time on there. Chuckle Brothers backs out. Must have had a problem. Chartman is coming into the chicane. And Chartman's going to cross the line. Where's Chartman's first lap on the medium's going to put him? Chartman's got a 1:31.9 for third on the mediums. Chartman's one of the drivers he's quite happy to start in the mediums, whether he's in the back or towards the end of the pack. He'll make his way towards the front through the race, that's a guarantee. Lee Craig's popped in third, so we've got currently it's Hawes on a 1:29.3, Jonesy on a 29.7, Lee on a 1:30.9. Hawes has now got Stephen still on a 1:29.2. Chartman a 1:31.9, and Tom's time isn't really representable. He backed out. Oh, I've got Call Me Pabs. Call Me Pablo is in the gravel. Where is that? I think it's probably in the S's. No, it's coming into the last bend. So Call Me Pablo, another guy struggling on the mediums at the moment. Groenfeld makes his way through the S's on a fast lap. We'll ride with Groenfeld for a bit. Such a tricky section to get right there. Normally if you get one part of it right, you'll have to sacrifice the second part, or if you're not so quick through the first part, then you'll get a better run through the second section and sacrifice the exit on that third part of the S's. See the Alpine getting out of the way there for Groenfeld as he goes out the long left-hander. And he hits the throttle, and Away goes up straight. So fast, this left-hander. Absolute on the limit of what you can do in a Formula 1 car. It is ace. Where's it going to put Groenfeld? Groenfeld goes second on a 129.4. So it's about a tenth and a half off horse. So close at the top. Tenth and a half. Oh, we've got Tom D in the gravel. Is he just chilling? Has he got beached? What's happening? What's Tom done? I'm not sure. Jonathan is obviously building his way in. Oh, Tom D's now been disqualified from the session for parking in an unsafe place. Madman Oliver has gone third on mediums on a 129.9. Whew, that's a quick time on mediums. So we need to wait for Jonathan to come round to get a representative of where the medium tyres are going to be. And we have the Chuck brothers who've both split their strategy. So we've got Chuck Cole brothers who's currently out on mediums, and Chuck brothers is on the softs at the moment. And Chuck brothers goes second on a 29.4, 29.405 to be exact. I want to get across to Jonathan and see how Jonathan's getting on. He's looking at around about 129, 130. It was 27 seconds up, so maybe it's going to slot him in about 4/5. Jonathan goes second on a 29.3. He had a great last sector, and that's on the mediums. So as it currently is, we have Hawes with 129.2 on pole at the moment. That's on the soft tyres. Jonathan Cox on the mediums has done a 29.3. He's less than a tenth off. Chuck Brothers on the soft tyres has done a 129.4 for third. Fourth is Groenfeld on a 129.4 on the softs. Fifth, Chuckle Brothers on a 29.5 on the mediums. Jonesy's done a 129.7 on softs. Madman Oliver has done a 29.9 on mediums. Snocken's now done a 29.908 on mediums to take seventh. So they only... Oh, somebody was losing it, and I'm sure there was. Was it Chartman? I think. But waiting on time from Dylan. Hates Clay, who has come back into the box. Clay's obviously... Felt goes fastest. First guy into the 128s. Great lap by Groenfeld. Oh, and Dylan's managed to pop himself into sixth as well. So we're just waiting on the time now from Hayes Clay, who's clearly not happy with his car at the moment. He's still in the pits. Groenfeld will be on his way back in. Jonathan is on the mediums on the way back in. Jonesy, yes, Jonesy's going quicker on. He's on a fast lap and he's going quicker. At the moment, I think this is looking to slot him in around about third place. Oh no, he already went 2 tenths quicker on that lap. And put him into fifth, that's not bad. 29.5, so it was 2 tenths quicker. So Jonathan is the quickest of the medium. Jonathan done the 29.3. The next medium runner was Chuckle Brother on a 29.5, so it was at 2 tenths between them. Interesting. I think Groenfeld's on his way back in, yes. So preparing for the next little stint, I think. Jones is also on his way back in. Dylan is on his way back in. Tommy Chucky's going extremely slow, he's out of fuel. Madman Oliver, he's on an outlap. He's going to go again and have a shot at this. I raced with Madman Oliver on Monday in Division 2 and he was the class of the field, to be fair. Definitely shouldn't have been Division 2, he's definitely Division 1 quality. He had certain something about him, he stuck out from everybody else. And let's see if it'll come off. And across the finish line, you see the DRS wide open as we head down towards in turn 1, which is the right hander. And you want to chuck it in at full throttle and then hit the brakes. And now this section's so scary, the S's. You go left, and then right, and then left, and then right, and then left up the hill. And at the moment he's 4 tenths up on his current time, so it's going to slot him in around about 29.5 at the moment. So it's definitely an improvement. Currently there is only Madman Oliver and Hayes Clay out on track. Clay will definitely be trying to get a move on here because he would normally have wanted a banker in by now. But don't put anything past Clay. You can leave it with a couple of seconds to go and you're just chucking a pole lap. So Madman Oliver is now 7.5 tenths up after the second sector. So he's going to slot in the top 3 here, maybe second or third, as long as he's had a decent last sector. And there you go, Madman Oliver goes second on a 1:28.9. Great lap for Madman Oliver. Madman Oliver, sorry. Well, we need to get back to Clay and see if Clay is managing to make the same sort of progress. Clay safely makes his way through the S's, yes. It's looking like a lot better lap for Clay. It's a 32.6 for sector 1, which is competitive. Can't tell exactly where, but it's competitive. Such a good clean exit then. Come on Clay, what can you do in the Ferrari? The lone Ferrari today. What can you pull out of the bag? As he hits the throttle now, it's pretty much flat out now until the chicane. As we go through the sector 2 split in a minute. It was a 1:12.5. Not sure where this is going to put him in. It's quick, but it's a 29.1 for third for Clay. Told you at the very last minute he could just pull it out of the bag. Didn't put a banker in, struggled all qualifying at the very last minute. Managed to put it on P3 at the moment. So it's currently Groenfeldt on a 1:28.9. 916, Madman Oliver on a 1:28.931, Hayes Clan a 1:29.170, 1:29.2 for Hawes, but Jonathan is now out on softs. What can Jonathan do? I don't know who to start to go with. Chuck Brothers, everybody's out on their softs for a last run. Clay's not going to be doing another lap. Madman Ollie Oliver is slowing down. Who's going to be the finish line? No, it's going to be no. Snocken's going to cross the line. And Snocken goes quickest on a 1:28.8. Who's going to be next to cross the line? It's going to be... Oh God, I'm sure it's Jonathan. Yes, it's going to be Jonathan. No, it's going to be Chuck Brothers. And Chuck's just a 10th up as he comes through sector 2. This will be enough to jump Jonathan Cox and possibly Hawes. Oh no, and Chuck backs out. So it's going to be Jonathan now to come across the line. And Jonathan goes fastest on a 1:28.728. Right at the end. Is there anybody else out on fast laps? No. Groenfeld's out. I'm not sure if this is a fast lap. Yeah, it is, because he's very committed there. Is he going to finish the lap or is he going to duck in? Groenfeld believes he's going faster. Nope. Groenfeld stays where he is in third. Oh, unless Tommy, Chucky and Call Me... Nope. Call Me Pablo. Nope. So we have our grid. We're going to have Jonathan Cox starting on pole. Snocken less than a 10th back in second. Groenfeld's going to roll at the top 3. On a 1:28. No, God, there is between those top 4. There's less than just 2 tenths between the top 4, just over 2 tenths. Great qualifying session. This is going to be a very interesting race and I look forward to this. Hayes Clay is going to start from 5th, Hawes 6th, Chuck Brothers 7th, Jonesy 8th, Chuck Hall Brothers 9th, Dylan 10th. What a qualify. 2 tenths between top 4. Wow, I knew it'd be close, didn't think it'd be that close. So, let me finish what I was saying, and then 11th is Tommy Chucky in the Alpine, 12th for Lee Craig, 13th for Call Me Pablo, 14th for Chartman, 15th for Tom D. Wow, 2 tenths between the top 4. Who's your money on, guys? So any one of those top 4 could take this. There's actually a few people who are on the outside of it who could possibly win as that. I'll just let the guys get ready. Alright guys, I'm Naismith and welcome to race day at Japan. This looks to be a very exciting and intriguing race at the top of the grid. After qualifying there was 2 tenths that separated the top 4. We have Jonathan Cox on pole. Snocken, Groenfeld. Madman Ollie Oliver in 4th. Hates Clay 5th. Hawes 1998 6th. Chuck Brothers 7th. Jones the 8th. Chuckle Brothers 9th. Dylan 10th. Tommy Chucky 11th. Lee Craig 12th. Call Me Pablo 13th. Chartman 14th. And Tom D starting at the back. Thanks to a disqualification in qualifying. Not sure what he did, but he decided he was going to park in the gravel. Almost completed the formation lap now. So we roll looking into the cockpit with Jonathan Cox here as he moves towards the grid. Everybody's on the grid now. Oh, I'm getting goosebumps just waiting for this start. We have 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And long goal down, we're going Japan. From this rear view, doesn't look like the best of starts for Jonathan Cox. No, Snocken's going down the inside into turn 1. Yes, Snocken is through. Jonathan Cox is pushed to the outside. Groenfeld's having a little look at Jonathan. I think there was contact. Madman Ollie Oliver's looking down the inside now. Groenfeld. No, he thinks back differently of it. What else has got in the background? So they're all away pretty well by the look of it. So we've got Snocken leading. Jonathan Cox second. Groenfeld third. Madman Ollie Oliver fourth. Hayes Clay fifth. Hawes sixth. Chuck Brothers seventh. Jones the eighth. Dylan ninth. I need to see if anyone's made any positions. So yeah, Snocken's gone up 1, Jonathan's down 1, Dylan and Tommy Chucky are both at 1, Chuck All Brothers is down 2, Chartman's made a place, Tom's made a place, and Call Me Pablo's slipped towards the back of the grid. But Jonathan here is having another look. Snocken here, they're all over, Jonathan is all over the back of Snocken. As they enter the chicane, Jonathan is having a look. Oh, he pushed Snocken a bit wide then as Jonathan goes through. Nice move by Jonathan. Jonathan sets the fastest lap on lap 2 for 1:33.7. Snocken, is he having a look back at him? Yes, he is. No. 3 cars. It's going to be a 3-way battle here for the lead. Possibly 4 because Madman Ollie Oliver is still there as well. Hayes Clay 5th. Closely followed by Hawes. There's a tiny little bit of breathing space to Chuck Brothers, but it's nothing. Jonesy's still out. Oh guys, I was just checking the stream. So Dylan is out. What have I missed here? Dylan is out. We have a virtual safety car. Missed something here, haven't I? Sorry guys, I was just checking the stream was working properly. But we still got Jonathan leading. Snocken, Groenfeld, Madman Ollie Oliver, Hates Clay, Horde, Chuck Brothers, Jonesy, Tommy Chucky, Chuckle Brothers, Chartman, Lee Craig and Tom D. And Call Me Pablo also out. And Tom D spins just as I was riding on board. So we're underway again. Jonathan Cox is now starting to pull away from Snocken. There's 1.9 seconds between them. Madman Ollie Oliver is up to third. Hang on, what's happened there? How was Horse dropped down? No, Groenfeld. What happened to Groenfeld? Don't know. Let's get back to the leaders. Jonathan Cox now 2.1 seconds clear from Madman Ollie Oliver, who's the 6th temps back from Snocken. We have a yellow flag in sector 1. It's one of the Alpines. It's going to be Tommy Chucky, yes. Tommy Chucky down sector 2. We now have yellows in sector 1 and sector 2. Is it Tommy? Yes, Tommy Chucky's still having problems trying to get those tyres back up to temperature after the first little spin. Cool them down rather. 4 laps gone. Jonathan Cox is stretching his legs now, 2.4 seconds clear at the front. The closest battle at the moment is for second. They're all in the line here. Snocken looks as if he's got a little train behind him. Don't know if he's got a little bit of damage because at the moment Jonathan Cox is going clear as he sets the fastest lap of a 1:31.952. 2.5 seconds clear now. Snocken is coming under real pressure from Madman Ollie Oliver, and then it's just a DRS train all the way back to Groenfeld in 8th. Every one of these cars has gone up one position because Groenfeld's down. All the top 8 ones. And Hates Clay's out! What's happened to Hates Clay? Where has it happened? Don't know. It's happened up in sector 2, but I can't quite see it. No, Clay's out. Oh, he'll be kicking himself. But Lee, look at the progress Lee's making. Lee's now up to 8th. Right on board. Lee's making great. It was not long ago I looked through. Let me look at the position changes as they are. And yes, Lee's up 4 places. Chartman is currently driver of the day up 5 places. None of the leaders have stopped. The only people who've stopped so far is Tommy Chucky. So, also race 4 still here in Japan. Jonathan clocks after 6 laps, now 3 seconds clear of Madman Ollie Oliver, who's got the move done on Snocken. But the next person to have a look at Snocken is going to be Hawes, who is now all under his rear wing. They've just managed to drop Groenfeld a little bit. I don't know if Groenfeld's struggling with maybe a little bit of wing damage or something, but he's definitely not got his qualifying pace right now. And then there's another little gap to Jonesy and Chuckle Brothers. They'll have a nice little scrap here. This is a close battle. We'll stay with these. I'll keep my eye on that gap between Snocken and Hawes. Right now, it's looking like Chuckle is just looking. Ooh, he's looking for a way past Jonesy. He's searching for a way past Jonesy. Those mediums are now definitely in their little temperature range. And he's managing to make them work. So Madman Ollie Oliver, now that he's past Snocken, is managing to just keep that gap pegged as it was at about 3 to 3.1 seconds. Is this DRS going to help Chuckle? So the DRS is not overly powerful here, but it just drags him that little bit closer. And yes, Hawes has got the move done on Snocken now. So Snocken's definitely just having a few little niggles at the moment. He hasn't quite got the pace he had on lap 1. He was battling Jonathan Cox. But as it stands right now, hang on, Madman Ollie Oliver has took 2 tenths nearly out of Jonathan on this lap. Has Jonathan got problems? Gap is now down to 2.7 seconds. No, it's just gone back up to 2.5 seconds. I don't know, it's just jumping around a bit. But yes, Ollie Oliver definitely looks to be closing in on Jonathan at the moment. 2.6 seconds now. And we have a virtual safety car. Who's caused the VSC? It's Chuckle. Oh, he was just doing so well. He obviously went for a move on Jonesy. But Chuckle has no wing. Wait, I want to see if somebody else pits to see if he did come into... I know he was battling with Jonesy, but did he come into contact with him? Will Jonesy pit? Yes, Jonesy pits. I think most people are going to pit. But will he have a wing repair? And no, Madman Ollie Oliver didn't pit. Neither did Lee Craig. So there are differentiating strategies at the moment. And no, Jonesy didn't have wing damage, so maybe Chuckle just binned it himself. But he's now putting on the hards to the end. Jonathan's on hards to the end. Hawes is on hards to the end. Snocken is on hards to the end. Jonesy's put on mediums, which for me, 19 laps on the mediums. It's going to be a struggle towards the end, but we'll see. Chuckle Brothers, he's coming out of the pits now, and we're green light now. Let's go. So we have Madman Ollie Oliver, who's 10 seconds clear of the Lee Craig, who hasn't pitted, and Chartman, who I don't think has pitted also, is in third. Jonathan is the first of the pitters. So there's going to be a lot to keep up track with now. We've got different strategies out on track. Lee Craig, 10.1, 10.2 seconds to Madman Ollie Oliver. Who currently has the fastest lap? I think it's going to be Jonathan, isn't it? The fastest lap currently is 1:31.952 by Jonathan. I definitely think that's going to be lowered. So Lee Craig's currently up 10 positions, but he hasn't stopped, let's remember. Chartman is down, up 11 positions. Just look on the map if there's any battles going on. There's 3 seconds between those. Look a little low for now. We've got Hawes and Chuck brothers. Hawes and Chuckle brothers rather. Getting a bit dicey. Groenfeld's looking like he wants to join in the party on his what tyres is he on? Groenfeld's on the mediums also. So he'll be looking to try and quickly get through Chuckle brothers, Hawes, as they're on the hards. Chuckle had to pit for his wing change, which cost him quite a few positions. However, stay in the points. Don't put nothing past Chuckle. Being as this is the closest battle on track, I'm going to leave you guys watching this battle for a couple of minutes just while I grab me a quick drink. And we're back. No more commercial breaks now. You have me all the way till the end. This battle's still going on here between Chuckle Brothers. Just managed to edge out a bit, but current leader now. Then he's back with Jonathan Cox after Madman Ollie Oliver has pitted. And he has lost a little bit of time to Snocken. I'm sure he was ahead of Snocken, wasn't he? Oh, this is Snocken has undercut him. Jonathan got 3.3 seconds to Snocken. They've both been on the hard hires for 4 laps. Madman Ollie Oliver's got to try and make his mediums go. Yeah, he could well do it. 14 laps, he's just done 13 on the softs. I've got a feeling this could be a very interesting finish to this race. Because there you go, Madman Ollie Oliver pops in the fastest lap for 1:31.6 and he's on his way after Snocken and Jonathan. If he can make these mediums hold up. If he can make these mediums hold up, then he has a chance at this race, at winning this race. The gap is currently 4.9 seconds to Jonathan. He's just over a second to Snocken. With 30 laps to go. Chartman is coming under pressure now from Jonesy as they head into the hairpin. They'll get hard on the throttle out of here. That's some of these two, we have no worries about making contact. They're teammates. Groenfeld now sits the fastest lap. And Groenfeld's on the mediums. Can Groenfeld start to make his way back through the pack? But Snocken, he now only has a couple of attempts to Madman Ollie Oliver. I don't think it's going to be this lap, is it? No, someone know. Jonesy has managed to get the move done on Chartman. Jonesy also picks up a penalty at the same time. Oh, that's heartbreak. Come on, Jonesy, let's see you vanish 3 seconds up the road and wipe out that penalty. Fingers crossed. Oh, Groenfeld also now, so the penalties are starting to come now. Groenfeld picks up one. And Jonathan now 4.6 seconds clear of Snocken. 5.2 from Madman Ollie Oliver, who really wants to be clearing Snocken now so he can get off up the road after Jonathan. 12 laps to go. I believe that if Madman Ollie Oliver can get past Snocken, he has the pace to maybe track down and close that gap to Jonathan. He's a lot closer this up, and he's going to get it done before. Oh, he has a little look into the chicane just to let Snocken know he's there. But they didn't touch. Great driving by the two of them. I'm sure he'll get it done under DRS now in turn 1. Snocken goes defensive to the inside. Madman Ollie Oliver. Easy over. No, they're side by side into turn 1. Snocken doesn't want to back down. No, doesn't. Madman Ollie Oliver keeps it pinned and keeps the place. Great driving by both drivers then. How's Jonesy getting on? Wow, he's managed to put 2.2 seconds into Chartman on this lap alone. They're both on the same tyres. Hawes is currently 6th. He's coming under pressure from Chuckle Brothers is off! Chuckle Brothers has put it in the wall as he kept it going. Yeah, he has. Just has a slight wing damage on the left side. Oh, caught that just in time. Lee Craig's also out. What's happened to Lee Craig? Lee Craig is out. What's happened to Lee? Tommy Chuck is pitting. We have a full safety car now. What's going to happen here? Are the leaders going to pit or are they going to stay out? What's going to happen? This is going to wipe out all of the gaps. There are 11 laps to go. We'll watch Jonathan. I think whatever Jonathan does, the others will follow. And yes, Jonathan jumps into the pit lane. What's Snocken going to do? Snocken jumps into the pit lane. Ollie Olivers jumps into the pit lane. Tom D gets a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. Jonesy gets into the pit lane. Chartman pitted as well. Everybody's going to do the same here. Could somebody take the risk and stay out? Maybe. No horse pits. They're all going to go softs. By the time this safety car goes in, there'll maybe be 9 laps to go. The softs will easily hold out. And Mad Ollie Oliver has passed Snocken in the pit. What's happened to Snocken? Snocken's lost place in the pits. How, I don't know. But Snocken's lost out to both Madman Ollie Oliver and Jonesy in the pit lane. Currently Jonathan leads Madman Ollie Oliver. That gap now is completely wiped out. They're going to be on equal terms now. Jonesy is currently on the back of the podium with a penalty. Snocken in 4th. Chartman 5th. What a move. Chartman has moved. Let me have a look how many places Chartman has moved. Chartman is up 9 places from the start of the race. Great drive from Chartman again. Horsey still where he started. 6th it says. Chuck Brothers 7th. Chuckle Brothers is 8th. So after all of that, this is going to have helped Chuckle Brothers had just spun as well, so he's got to pit, mend his damage, get a fresh set of softs, and he's going to be back in 8th place with the pack. Look out for Chuckle Brothers off the restart. Tommy Chucky, he's on the mediums, he's quite a way back at the moment. I don't know if he's going to in the next 2 laps. And Grontfeld, Tom D has had a race to forget for himself. He's currently a lap down. And I think he's in the middle of his pack, is he? Yeah, so Tom D's right at the front of the pack. Who's Tom D got behind him? So they're not quite in order. Yeah, Tom D's in the middle of the pack, so as it stands, Jonathan leads from Madman Ollie Oliver, and Tom D is a lap down slotted in there, with his teammate Jonesy right behind him. I repeat, Tom D, that isn't his position, he's 11th, he's a lapped car. So with 9 laps to go, Jonathan's controlled this race in the front, all race. They had a little battle with Snocken for the first 1, 2, maybe 3 laps, but after that he's just strolled away and had quite a nice peaceful race, controlled race. And Tommy Chucky and Groenfeld have managed to catch the back of the pack, I'm just being told. Yes, Tommy Chucky and Groenfeld have reached the back of the pack. Now, this is a bit that really annoys me because under real game conditions, Tom D should have been allowed to pass and overtake. he would have been able to possibly make his way around and would have been on the back of his pack, able to be back in the race. But let's hope the new game has this facility or option, should I say. So 4 non-finishers: Call Me Pablo, Dylan Hates Clay, and the most recent one, Lee Craig. A little bit gutted. Lee's having an absolute great race. He was in second at one point. Class race. Safety car is in this lap, so there will be 8/9 laps to go. Nine laps to go, yeah. We'll quickly get up to Jonathan because we want to be riding with Jonathan for this. When's he going to go? How long is he going to keep him? And Jonathan, I think he's already gone. Yes, he has. Jonathan's gone. Straight to the ERS. Powers away into turn 1 and he's managed to pull out 6 tenths. And we're all go, go, go. So it's Jonathan Cox leading from Madman Ollie, and we have a yellow flag. Now that's been cleared straight away. Madman Ollie Oliver, Jonesy, Snocken, Chartman, Hawes, Chuck Brothers, Chuck Hull Brothers, Tommy Chucky, Groenfeld, and Tommy D, all running line astern. But already Jonathan Cox is slowly managing to eke out that gap, 8 tenths of a second now. The 2 leaders are slightly dropping Jonesy. There's a gap appearing now, around about a second. Jones will be absolutely pushing to do all he can to make sure that by the time 3 laps are completed he's within that DRS zone, and just hope that Madman Ollie Oliver will pull him along, drag him away from Snocken and open up that gap for the penalty. But it's so hard. Snocken's so quick and reliable everywhere he races. We've got a really good race tonight, hardly any penalty. Jonathan Cox sets a new fastest lap at 1:30.2, and he has managed to gap Madman Ollie Oliver 8 tenths now. And 2.4 back to Jonesy, who's coming under intensity. Oh, we have a penalty now for Snocken. So the race is on here now for the back end of the podium between Jonesy and Snocken. As it stands right now, Chartman is in that place, thanks to the penalties of Snocken and Jonesy. But Madman Ollie Oliver is also pulling in Jonathan Cox. He's reeled right to the back of him. He has 6 tenths as they come out of the hairpin. And they're close behind as well. I don't know where to look. Jonesy and Snocken, they're going to be going wheel to wheel all over the track here. Half a second now between Jonathan and Madman Ollie Oliver. For short man, it's going to have to call you the Madman. But no, the Madman's made a little bit of a mistake somewhere there. Now he's made to pull the gap out to just over a second at the very worst time, because I'm sure DRS will be activated when they cross the line for this lap. And what's happening in the background? Jonesy and Snocken. Is Snocken going to get a run on Jonesy this lap? DRS is now enabled. Snocken has ERS activated. He won't get DRS right now, I don't think. It'll be the lap, like halfway around this lap. No, there's only 1 DRS zone here, isn't there? So Snocken will have to wait till the next lap. Hawes has also passed Chartman now. Chartman's also looking for a way back past Hawes. He's now going to come under threat from Chuck Brother. Chuck Hull brothers there to back him up as well. The Aston Martins are all over the back of the Williams. And Chuck's off road. As Chuck Hull goes up the inside. No, Chuck's off. Chuck Hull brothers is now up to 6th as he gets a move done on, and Tommy Chuck gets penalty. Chartman comes back at Chuck Hull brothers. Chuck brothers is also there. Wow, I don't know where to look. There's still 8. Ollie Oliver has now pulled the gap back down to 8 tenths, 9 tenths again. It's possible he'll have DRS at the end of this lap. Snocker is right on the rear wing of Jones. He has to come into the chicane. Into the final bend. Snocken's going to get DRS. Jones is not. Snocken, this will be an easy move for Snocken, I'd expect. And it was. There's 7 tenths between Madman Ollie Oliver and Jonathan Cox. Chuck Hull brothers has got the move done on Chart, who's now under pressure from Chuck brothers, who run wide a little bit there about turn 1. Groenfeld is trying to get back onto the back of these guys. I have a feeling Groenfeld will be really annoyed with himself after a really strong qualify. But Madman is now right onto the back of Jonathan Cox, just 4 tenths between them. If anything, Snocken is closing the gap. Snocken is within 1.9 seconds himself now. Jones is just dropping now of Snocken. Come on, Jonesy, dig in and get that DRS at the end of this lap. I think he might just fall out of it. Hawes is 5th. A little bit of no man's land between Jonesy and Chuck Hull brothers. But Chuck Hull brothers is making time, he's flying. He's closing on Hawes and he's closing quickly. Chartman is managing to just fend off Chuck, who's looking at a move. We have a yellow flag in sector 1. Who's off? Is it Tom D again, I think? Yes, it was Tom D, but we need to... Chuck's got the move done on Chart, who's now coming under pressure from... Yes, Groenfeld's also there, looking to jump on Chartman. But that Chartman holding up Chuck is made to give him a 3-second gap over his brother. But let's get back to the front. Jonathan Cox. We have 4 laps to go. We have Jonathan Cox leading by 6 tenths from Madman Ollie Oliver. This is going to go right down to the wire. 2.3 seconds back is Snocken, who's having a nice little battle with Jonesy. Let's ride on board with Jonesy. We look to be going really slowly, then we got a full safety car. What has happened? Confused as to why there's a full safety car. The change review, let's check people's damage. Oh, and it is Chuck Hull brothers again. No. How many times today, Chuck Hull? And Groenfeld. Groenfeld also. Can I guess that Tommy Chuck is maybe, because he was around him also? No, Tommy Chucky looks fine. Chartman, possibly, yes. But after this safety car, there's going to be maybe 1 lap to go, 2 laps to go. This really isn't going to change or affect anything at all. It's going to close. All it's going to do is close everybody back up. Tommy Chucky's not going to close down the gap to be in the race with these 3, I don't think, unless he's just coming across now. No, he's quite a bit back still. Might just come out around Groenfeld. Yep, Tommy Chucky has cleared Groenfeld. So, when the safety car does come in, it's going to be Jonathan Cox from Madman Ollie Oliver, Snocken third, Jonesy fourth, Hawes fifth, Chuck Brothers sixth, Chartman seventh, Chuckle Brothers eighth, Tommy Chucky ninth, Groenfeld ran at the top 10, and Tom D unfortunately is a lap down. To be fair guys, if I'd have raced tonight, I'd have probably been 2 or 3 laps down. Not a track for me at all. Not a track for me. Oh, quick breathe before I drink of water. Oh, this is going to be a tense couple of laps. I wonder who's going to get it. I mean, Jonathan's quick and reliable at all times. But Madman Ollie Oliver, Division 1 debut. 2nd place at the moment. Great race. So they're starting lap 25. So it'll be lap 20 still. Safety cars are probably definitely coming the end of this lap. So there'll be 2 laps. What can Madman Ollie Oliver do in 2 laps? And it's going to come down to track racing because there's not going to be time for DRS. Everybody should have reloaded on the ERS right now. If I go through. Yes, everybody's on 100%. Oh, apart from Tom D, who's still racing around obviously. And 89%. Interesting. Very interesting this is going to be for 2 laps. I can't call it. Because you've also got the battle of Jonesy and Snocken. I think they've both got the same amount of penalties. Let me just check. Penalties have been. Oh no, Jones had 9 seconds of penalties. So that would drop Jonesy well down. Maybe 10th. Depending on how close they are. Or 9th. That means it'll be Jonathan, Madman, Ollie Oliver. If Hawes can stay with Jonesy and Snocken, stay within 3 seconds, and he could possibly pinch that podium from Snocken. Or if any of the others back there can make an impression. Let's remember Chuck Brothers, Chartman and Chuckle Brothers are all on brand new tyres now. Snockens are a bit old, Hawes are a bit old, but we're about to go racing. Oh no, Chuck Brothers didn't pit, so it was Chuckle Brothers and Chartman and Groenfeld who all pitted. I don't know where to look. But let's get with the leaders. Jonathan Cox hits the throttle and he's gone again. 2 times now, 2 safety car restarts. Absolutely bang on the money for Jonathan. 8 tenths into turn 1. What's happening behind? Snocken is managing to hold Jonesy. Hawes needs to hang on to these 2. Needs to. If he does, there's a podium in it for him. Oh, Jonathan's coming under pressure now. Jonathan made a mistake then. Ollie Oliver's having a look on the outside. No. Jonathan made a unusual mistake then. I was shocked to see that. I don't know how he managed to keep it. But Madman Ollie Oliver was all over it. The yellow flag in sector 2. Groenfeld has spun in sector 2. But we need to get back to the front here. Jonathan is pushing so hard. All three of these guys are right on the limit right now. Neither of them want to back down. And is Madman going to have a look up the inside of Jonathan Cox into the chicane? And they go wheel to wheel, side by side. And Madman only Oliver's through. No, he's not. Oh, he has to give way to Snocken. Oh. Jonathan, it's the final lap. Jonathan now thinking the fact that Snocken has just popped in there now, that is going to just give Jonathan the space. Snocken knows he needs to try and gap Hawes so he can get on that podium. I believe that's why Snocken is pushing. We have Chuck Brothers and Chuckle Brothers, 5th and 6th. Side by, well, next to each other, oh, back to front. I think they're going to go side by side pretty soon. Oh, I'd love to see these two go wheel to wheel. Let's get back to the front and watch Jonathan doing. And yes, I think Jonathan is going to pull. But Madman is coming under pressure from Hawes now. It's all changing here towards the end. What's happening with the two Aston Martins in the background? I want to see that battle, but I can't move away from the front. Jonathan is coming round the last left-hander. He's going to come into the chicane. He'll want to cross the line first, regardless of Snocken's penalty. And he will make sure of it. Jonathan Cox comes across to finish the... Yes, Jonathan Cox takes first place. Madman Ollie Oliver takes second. Hawes third. Chuck Brothers 4th. Chuckle Brothers 5th. Snocken 6th. Chartman 7th. Oh, what an ending then. Oh, absolutely gutted for Snocken. But he knew he had to push them because of the penalty. Driver of the day goes to Chartman. Well done, Chartman. So guys, there you have it. Our winner in Japan was Jonathan Cox. Madman Ollie Oliver takes second. And the final place on the podium goes to Hawes 1998. Chuck Brothers 4th. Chuckle Brothers 5th. Chuckle Brothers will take the extra point for fastest lap on a 1:30.0. Snocken 6th after his penalties. Absolutely gutted. Chartman 7th. Tommy Chucky 8th. Jonesy 9th. Groenfeld 11th. No, Groenfeld 10th. And Tom D, the final finisher, in 11th place. 4 non-finishers. Great racing, guys. What a night. Well, that's all from Japan, and I can't wait to see you all again next week. Jonathan will be hoping to do it all over again. From Naismith, over and out.